Hi everyone, I'm Amethyst, and welcome to Ask an Autistic Rapid Fire Edition. Over the past week, I've gotten a few questions from people on Facebook and my Tumblr blog, and these are questions that are good and I want to answer via video, but aren't really enough for a Ask an Autistic video on their own. So I'm going to combine a few questions into Ask an Autistic Rapid Fire, and hopefully this will be a shorter video where I can answer some people's questions and get some information out there without making it such a big long production. So here we go. Anonymous on Tumblr asks, "Hi Amethyst, I've only recently learned that I'm autistic. Over the past few years, my ability to socialize has really decreased. I can't have a conversation with anyone but my partner without feeling anxious or overwhelmed. I used to at least be able to make friends online, but I can't even do that anymore. It's like the spoons I had for socializing have been disappearing and not replenishing themselves. Could this be autistic burnout?" Well, Anonymous, a few things that you describe in your message do sound like autistic burnout, especially when you use spoons, because, a lot of people going through autistic burnout feel like they have less spoons or energy tokens or just less energy to expend on things. Because you describe feeling anxious or overwhelmed, to me it sounds like it could be autistic burnout, but it could also be something like social anxiety that could be inhibiting your ability to make friends even online. If you have a therapist or a doctor who knows about your autism and you feel comfortable talking to them, you should maybe bring it up with them, because to me it sounds like it might be autistic burnout presenting in a slightly unusual way, but it could also be something like social anxiety. So yeah. Monica asks, "I want to ask you if you have any synesthetic experiences or if autistic people you've met have told you about them. I'm also curious what you think about Temple Grandin's 3 types of thinkers." Yes, I do have synesthesia. I actually discovered that I had synesthesia and that it was a thing and that it had a name before I found out about my autism. So I have colored sounds and music synesthesia and colored numbers and letters synesthesia. People who watch my videos may have noticed that in my title slides, Ask an Autistic, each letter has its own color, and those are the colors that I see them as. So when I'm reading a book, I don't see the color exactly on the page. Some people with synesthesia do, but for me, my colored letters and numbers, it's more in my mind's eye, and I have a very strong feeling like A is magenta, and A has always been magenta for me. And then with my colored sounds and music, that I do perceive as if it's outside of my body. So all music and sounds I see as if it's on a screen in front of me about maybe 2.5 feet away, and every sound and instrument and person's voice has a shape and a color. So yes, I do have synesthesia, and I have heard of quite a bit of overlap between people who have autism and people who have synesthesia. And as far as Temple Grandin's 3 types of thinkers go, which as far as I understand, she believes that autistic brains, and maybe neurotypicals as well, can be sorted into visual thinkers, music and math thinkers, and verbal and logic thinkers. I'm not 100% sure that's accurate for everyone. I feel like it's really hard to divide the whole world into 3 categories of thinkers. As for myself, I don't feel like I exactly fit into any of those 3 categories. So maybe Temple's onto something, I just don't find it super accurate for me. And Anonymous asks, "Hello, I've been following your blog for a while and I love your new video." Thank you. I'd like to ask you 2 things. Do you have Asperger's or autism? And are you wearing colored contacts in any of your videos? Well, as far as my diagnosis goes, I do have autism spectrum disorder as my official diagnosis, but I was diagnosed in July of 2013, so DSM-5 was out, and Asperger's and autism had been collected together under the umbrella of autism spectrum disorder diagnosis. So I have autism spectrum disorder as my official diagnosis. I'm not sure what I would have received if I had been diagnosed before July of 2013. I do feel, though, that I feel autistic, and I refer to myself as autistic, and I feel like autism as a diagnosis is a better fit for me in my situation. And am I wearing contacts? colored contacts. No, I am wearing contacts, but they are not colored. Just my eyes. This has been the first Ask an Autistic Rapid Fire Edition. If you like it, thumbs up, and if you have a question you would like answered in one of my Ask an Autistic videos, feel free to message me or to post it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching my videos.